Hello! Thank you very much for stopping by the channel. Professor slash podcaster slash live streamer slash random person here giving you a uh, amazing story that will probably you probably won't even be able to sit. I mean, the adrenaline rush that you'll have by listening to this story is going to be truly amazing. You'll be blown away with awe and wonder. But I got to give you guys an amazing story about a guy that will probably go down as one of the most interesting persons in the entire universe. His name is Jimmy Bilbod. He's from Beersford, South Dakota. He grew up on a farm about 10 miles south of Beersford. He was one amazing wrestler slash meat cutters. He was a meat cutter at the Beersford General Store. Well, they had a general store. This is back in the 1970s. He was a wrestler. He played gridiron football. He was truly an amazing athlete. He had scholarships to play at every university to wrestle and to play collegiate football. So he was truly amazing. He played basketball too. They allowed him to play basketball and wrestle at the same time. But back when I think that's in South Dakota, they have the same seasons as wrestling and basketball. But this guy was a phenomenal athlete. He was about 12 feet 7 inches tall and weighed about 600 pounds. Well, he was actually, no, I'm sorry, you're probably not going to believe me. He was about 27 feet tall and about 795 pounds. And truly was one of the nicest people, But, he was powerful too, So that's no wonder he was good in sports. He was aerodynamic too. He could jump to the moon and back. Literally, he could just get in a squatting position and just jump, and then he'd fly to Mars. And they always like, "Hey, there's Jimmy Billy Bob. He must be flying around the solar system again. Oh, he must be orbiting. There he is." And then the manager at the Beersford General Store was saying, "Now look, Jimmy Billy Bob, we need you to come in and cut some meat. All right, we need you to cut some meat here." And he was a really good meat cutter too. He did he did the sirloins, and he had the Beersford General Store was known for their steaks and stuff back in the 1970s. And this was, you wouldn't believe, he was a chef too, very good chef. But he had trouble. He always didn't have the hand-eye coordination as much. He always would walk instead of bending down because he's 27 feet 3 inches tall, 27 foot 3 1/4, I think he was. And he was like, he had to get down and, he always kept on walking straight. He's like, "No, I think I'm not." He always thought he wasn't tall, so he always pretended to be shorter than what he actually was, he says. He always said, "No, I'm not 27 feet tall, I'm 16 feet tall." So he always thought, why don't you just walk through this door and then he always, with the force he had on him, he was, he could jump to the moon and back. He could walk through the ceiling would just, or the doorway would just break and cave in because he would walk right through it, So he was one of the most amazing athletes, but he was really fond of his meat cutting, and he went to meat cutting school at the Beersford Institute of Trade Training School back in after he graduated high school in 1978. He was really good. He was one of the best meat cutters of all time. Was a good person too, really was. And to this day, I think he runs and operates the Beersford General Store. So out in Beersford, South Dakota, where Jimmy Billy. So hold on a second. Hold on. Jimmy Bill Bod. I'm sorry, but they called him Billy. Jimmy Billy Bod. Tell you what. All right. Thank you for watching.